Hey guys, it has been a while since I recorded one of these videos. I actually wanted to record this video at the start of the new year, but I fell sick in, well, basically the first week of 2023. Typical. And as you might tell, my voice has not fully recuperated, but I didn't want to put it off any longer. I just want to get started with everything that I'm going to discuss in the next few minutes. I'll try to keep it short. Now, what is this video about? Well, somewhere near the end of last year, I had a bit of a reality check. As some of you might know, I have been working really hard in the last, well, plus 6 years to make the Omnic Post into what it is right now. Not that I'm saying that it is much, but it has definitely been a trip. And a bit of a rough trip, to be honest. I had actually hoped that with the release of OVERWATCH 2, I would get some kind of reward for all the work that I put in. That I finally would see these numbers explode. Well, at least rise a little faster than they had done since 2019. Because that was when the problems actually started. They announced OVERWATCH 2 and they said that they were going to be quiet for the foreseeable future, and wow, that isn't fully over yet. Now, I have to be honest, those first few weeks after release, it was impressive. I mean, I doubled the amount of subs on the Omnic Post on YouTube in, I think, a week. And all my other numbers, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, were on the rise. But then when Season 2 rolled around, it all kind of fell flat again. Which was frustrating. I have covered in depth why that is the case, why this happened, over on the Omnic Post. It was a messy launch. The game is not where it is supposed to be. And for the longest time, we didn't have an outlook on how this could get any better in the future months. So a lot of people kind of gave up on OVERWATCH. Well, quite a few. So when that hit me, I kind of had to ask myself the question, do I want to continue on this journey? I mean, I had put in 6 years, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to put in another 6. It was a really tough question, kind of confrontational, to be honest. So around the holidays, Christmas, New Year, I took a bit of time off to kind of reflect on this big question. And I think it is kind of a good thing that this happened at the end of the year, because the new year always brings this fresh type of energy with it. We all have that thing where we make lofty promises for the next year. In 2023, I'm going to become a sea captain. I don't know why you would do that, with all due respect for sea captains. But you know what I mean. Some people want to lose weight, others want to become a famous pop star. It's all fine. And I use that new year energy to make a new plan. I am going to continue with the Omnic Post, so don't worry. In case you were worried. Might not have been. But things are definitely going to change. First off, I need to get more help. The reason why I felt sick at the start of the year was because I have been working too hard last year. I was pushing out a video every single day on top of having a day job and all the other content I make. It is insane. I often get the question how I do it, and apparently I don't do it. I fall sick. So I'm getting help. I already had some people helping me out, and I'm going to grow that team a little bit. And that should enable me to focus a little more on video content, which I had been doing for the last 8 months. That being said, I am going to lower the tempo of those videos, so I won't be posting a single video every single day. Well, I will, but not a long-form video. I'm bringing the long-form videos back to 4 videos a week. In some cases it might be a little more, in other cases it might be a little less, depending on what happens in OVERWATCH. But what I'm also doing is merging 2 channels. Not a lot of people know this, but I had a separate Omnic Post Shorts channel where I posted short videos. Basically the videos I post on TikTok. And that was kind of part of an experiment I was doing. I like doing experiments. I am a UX designer, so I like doing these small types of experiments. So what I had been doing for, let's say, the last 6 months was post the same identical content both on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts on that new channel to kind of figure out which had the most potential. If you want to know, well, I racked up about 900 subscribers on TikTok Shorts. It's still growing because one video is going crazy viral. On TikTok, I'm over 18,000 subscribers, and my videos get a lot more views. I think I have about 1 million likes. I haven't checked the number of views in the last 6 months, but there's definitely a difference between the 2 platforms. So I'll be continuing with TikTok, but on top of that, I'm just going to merge the content that I usually post on Omnic Post Shorts onto the main channel on the Omnic Post, which allows me to kind of update you guys faster. If anything happens in OVERWATCH, I'll be able to push out a short video way faster than a long-form video. So those short-form videos are going to be your news updates, while the long-form videos are going to be more of my opinions and my predictions, basically the stuff that you've been seeing in the last few months. In other words, there's going to be daily content, it's just not going to be 4 to 5 minutes long. And I'm of course going to keep doing the podcast, and I'll keep streaming 3 days a week on Twitch, but I'm going to take a few more breaks than I did last year, because I want to make some room in my schedule. The first and most important reason to make that room is my health. I mean, the fact that I fell sick at the start of the year is not a good sign. I need to take care of myself a little better than I have done in the last 2 years. But second is also to kind of diversify my portfolio, as they say. Fancy, right? What I mean here is I do not want to be dependent on Blizzard and their decisions, for my content that is. Because that was the thing that frustrated me the most after everything that happened around Season 2. I had no control over what I was doing. I had no control over my content. I had no control over the growth, which sucked. I do not like not being in control of what I do. That's actually why I enjoy making content so much. I can decide for myself what I want to do, how I want to pivot, how I want to change my content. I'm able to do these weird experiments just for the fun of it. So I'm going to keep reporting on Overwatch, but I'm also going to start making other types of content. And that's what I'm going to be talking about right now, which has existed for the last 6 months. It's basically a channel where I unbox geeky stuff, like a lot of the stuff you see behind me, like the gauntlet, the lightsaber, the BB-8, whatever. That's kind of the type of content that channel is about. I'm going to put that in the freezer for the next 6 months. Not to cancel the project, but to reevaluate the project. I want to do something different with Geek and Plunder. I'm not going to share too much about it, but I have an idea on what I want to do, and I want to take this time, these 6 months, to set everything up. I have a few people that want to help me out. There might be some new faces on that channel, and it's going to be amazing, but I need a little time. So for now, that is going into the freezer. You can still follow the channel. It will be back somewhere around this summer. And then there's this channel. I mean, I really miss making content for this channel. The last video I did was me flying a drone on Crete, which was fun, but that has been a while. The thing is, of course, I needed the time to do it, and I needed topics to talk about. But I think I found a way to combine all of it, to make it a win-win for everybody. Well, not for everybody, but for myself and maybe the people that enjoy it. See, content creation is a very lonely hobby. At this point, it's a hobby. You're basically in your studio making your content, and you're going into a conversation with people that will watch your video, but there's no direct line. I do get that on Twitch, but it's still different. So I kind of want to open up about the process of everything that I'm doing. I want to keep some kind of diary of my growth, of the steps that I take. One, to kind of help me with that loneliness, but second, because I get a lot of questions. I have a small channel, let's be honest, like 12,000 YouTube, or 13,000 by now. YouTube subscribers, 18,000 on TikTok. I mean, if you would put them all in one room, it would be stuffed, but it's not that big just yet. But even now, already, I get a lot of questions from people asking me if I have any tips, if I have any suggestions on how they can grow their content. And I think by sharing my journey, I might be able to help these people out. By them watching me make mistakes, that's about it. So that's why I am going to be posting more on this channel, and I'll be sharing my journey in rants like this one. But I'm also going to share my trips that I'll be doing for my day job, for my vacations and whatnot, like everything that I basically do. I'm going to try and give you guys a backstage view to some parts, not all of it. And I'm looking forward to doing that. And then there's something new. Yeah, I'm not doing all too well on kind of dialing things back. But hey, I'm working on something new, which is called Dempseys Place. I think the name kind of is rather obvious. It's going to be videos of me playing other games than Overwatch. I spend so much time playing Overwatch on stream for the content that I make that I don't get around to playing other games anymore. I have a backlog of games that I want to play, but I don't get around to it. Because every time I start playing a game like that, my brain goes, shouldn't you be making a video? Which is kind of sad. By making this new channel, I basically give myself an excuse to play other games. So it's basically me discovering new games, playing them for, let's say, 45 minutes to an hour, and just talking about these games in my typical style. So a little clumsy, with a lot of dad jokes in there. Brace yourselves. And the good thing is that the first video on that channel is up right now. I'll put a link in the description, go check it out. Let me know what you think about that video in the comments on that video. But that's basically it. Those are my plans for 2023. That is basically the result of me getting a bit of a reality check and realizing that if I want to keep doing this, I need to do different stuff. And hope you guys will enjoy it. I mean, you guys have been very supportive. both on Twitch, both on YouTube. I was talking to a friend and I told him, like, it is kind of mind-boggling to see people come into my stream just to tell me that they love my content. Take the time out of their day to come to my stream and tell me that they enjoy my content. I mean, it sounds easy, but for me, it's heartwarming. I can't put any words to that feeling. It really feels amazing to get that support. And I do suffer from an imposter syndrome, like a lot of people do. I think that is a topic that not a lot of people talk about. And just in that moment, I can put it aside for like 2 to 3 seconds. Like after 5 seconds, my brain takes over again and goes, yeah. What do you think, D? You're special? Nah. But for those few seconds that I read your comment on YouTube or I see a message on Discord, I see you guys coming on Twitch, it just makes my day. And I want to thank you all for that. And I really hope you guys are going to enjoy the content that I'll be putting out in the next 12 months. I will. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you want to be updated on all the backstage stuff. And go check out the other channels I mentioned. For now, guys, thank you very much. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. And I'll see you guys in the next video.